This episode is sponsored by Hartwig Blacksmithing.
Hand-forged quality. All of my knives are handmade from premium quality high-carbon steel. Each piece is handmade from start to finish to ensure optimal quality and performance.
Chef knives, hunting knives, everyday carry knives, everything in between. Custom orders available upon request. Go check him out.
HartwigBlacksmithing.com.
You can find him on Instagram at Hartwig Blacksmithing.
And then you end it by saying, cut. With a knife.
This episode of Hold Your Horses is sponsored by local collective Goods and Gifts in historic downtown Sonora, your one-stop shop for goods and gifts highlighting makers of the motherlode. This shop is great. It's one of the best things that has come to downtown Sonora. It's run by a few of our closest friends, Zach and Maddie Broxham. And for our listeners, when you mention Hold Your Horses, they will give you a free hot or iced espresso beverage with your purchase. Thank you, local collective Goods and Gifts in historic downtown Sonora.
Oh my.
Okay. Just got real.
Things just got real.
But do we just have like on Spotify like a phantom episode that just the episode that never was like,
And they gotta fill in your voice.
Get to be me. I don't know.
Well, but this is recording now.
Okay, good.
All right.
Oh,
Tom.
right now it's actually working.
Yep, because I told it to work.
Thank you.
All right, Tom's up.
Remember that for next time.
Well, welcome back
Yeah.
to another episode of Hold Your Horses. This would be, I guess, 2 of season 3, since we just recorded a whole episode that disappeared into thin air, known as the Phantom episode.
It didn't disappear. I just didn't hit record.
Well,
Any podcasters out there that want to make one of these, if you're conducting a podcast or an interview through Zoom, you have to press record on Zoom.
On Zoom. Yeah.
That's good. That's good stuff. That's
on
really
your Zoom.
Yeah.
You know?
Zoom.
Wait, go again. Go
on
again.
Your Zoom.
No.
Oh.
Go again, all of it.
Okay. Are you kidding?
Okay. Here's the thing. Okay? Hold Your Horses, episode 2. This is what we're dealing with, okay? Our third integral horseman, Daniel, is gone, and he's left us. And I think he's having a good time,
Yes.
but in order to pull this off, now Thomas and I are still in the shed.
Mm-hmm.
Dan is zooming in.
I'm not in the shed.
He's 2 hours ahead of us, so
Yep.
he is at 10:30 p.m. on a Sunday night.
Barely hanging on.
Barely
hanging on. He's working. So what I have to do is I have to
Tell them,
record
Travis.
in Adobe Audition is what we use.
Right.
So I record our tracks, Thomas and I, and now we have Dan on Zoom. This episode is not sponsored by Adobe or Zoom. So Dan is on Zoom, and we have to pull up a meeting with him, and I have to record his meeting.
I'm exhausted.
This meeting.
I am exhausted here.
So I'm recording his audio
Okay.
that I will then add in to our Adobe Audition
just
project.
wherever you are right now, listener, stop and just begin the applause. Travis is making it happen.
I'm making it happen, but
he didn't make it happen.
Didn't make it happen.
He
when
didn't make
counted.
it happen the last episode where he didn't push
Exactly,
record.
and I
so
didn't push record.
There
on
was a
the
half
Zoom.
hour down the old drain pipe.
Down the old drain tube, as we say.
I would say if that wasn't our greatest episode of
It
all
was
time,
probably the best one I've ever listened
certainly
to.
was the best.
The words tumbling out of my mouth were like molasses.
It was
so
like
I guess you won't ever
poetry
know.
in
Yeah.
space,
Motion.
and time, and in motion.
But Dan did say
I think everything I said not only rhymed, but also was
it was in iambic pentameter too.
Soliloquy.
Yep,
It was Shakespearean.
it's lost.
Should
now.
we tell him what the idiom was, or will we retackle it on another
retackle
fateful day?
We definitely can't retackle it, but we will kind of recycle it into some weird
Mashup.
Reuse,
Frankenstein's monster. Yeah.
reuse.
reuse,
reduce,
and
replay,
preserve.
There it is.
And record.
The 3 R's. Yep, record. That's the one we forgot.
How about this,
my
Trav,
gosh.
next time? Record, and record.
Have you guys seen Glengarry Glen Ross?
No.
Oh my goodness!
Is that a
you should
show?
do yourself a treat. It's a movie written by the great
live action
David Mamet. Yes,
No.
live action. Great playwright turned screenwriter turned director. Alec Baldwin, Ed Harris.
Alex still allowed to act?
Nope. This is back in the day. So many Jack Lemmon. So many good names. Alan Arkin. Anyways, it's good, but it comes from Alec Baldwin's lovely little monologue. ABC, always be closing.
Oh.
Because he's talking to a group of salesmen.
Like a store?
What? Salesmen.
Like a 7-Eleven at like 7-Eleven at like
Closing
11:01.
Closing deals. I'll show you it one day. It's really good.
Oh, I can't wait.
It's a powerhouse of a
Oh, sorry, we're closing.
performance.
Alec
But
Baldwin
for
gave me
us,
a quick
it's
earlier.
ABR, always be recording.
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
And always be on air.
And
Wow.
our sponsors always be sponsoring.
That's right.
And for our listeners, always be listening.
ABL. Yeah.
If you notice this episode and probably several to come, we are giving you a brief respite and a respite from the array of advertising. Not because we don't have a pile of sponsorships waiting in the wings, but we
Nice.
just felt that you guys would enjoy a cleaner, streamlined version where the ads, they're really going to be embedded. You may not even notice them. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
And that's why the previous episode I didn't hit record. I thought that they would appreciate.
It wasn't sponsored. We couldn't afford to hit record.
We could definitely afford to delete that one.
We don't have a sponsor. We have no money to record this.
There's no way to
All right,
record it.
so if you help out on this one, you might hear it.
It
Oh
costs
my
so much
goodness.
money.
Cost of my breath alone is.
that was high energy coming at you.
It was.
But
Man.
now we're kind of settled down, and now this is Thomas's episode.
Take us away, Tom.
It's my time to shine.
Take it away.
And
Give
the
us-
last two, as I was saying before I realized we weren't being recording, were kind of dark, and I just wanted to kind of end the night on a happy note with just actually two phrases that I heard today while working.
Oh.
And I was just tickled pink. When and I don't even know if they're idioms, but they're just something that I get a lot actually.
Wait, that's not it?
That's not it. That's not it. But I would love another day to just wrestle that one, just tackle it to the ground and make it laugh. But this was happy go lucky, you know.
Oh, happy.
lucky.
And they always say, Thomas, you're just a happy-go-lucky guy.
These were your
And then-
clients.
These were, he actually just brought food over for me from a restaurant. Wait, they're not sponsored.
Did you have a cardboard sign?
I called it in, and he brought it to the shack personally. He has sponsored us before without knowing. You guys may know who he is, and our editor actually works for him.
Isaac, shout out Isaac Barnett.
Very, very nice,
Wow, him.
very nice individual. He brought me a burger and a mocha, and he's like, "Man, you're just a happy-go-lucky type of guy, and you just kind of do things, you kind of just fly by the seat of your pants." So there was kind of a twofer, but I really wanted to tackle happy-go-lucky because we all know kind of what it means, but I don't know why it started. The phrasing and the thing that really throws me off is the go. If he was just like, you're a happy and
I know what happy means. I know what lucky means.
if you're happy and lucky,
You
you're
know
just
it.
a happy and lucky guy.
Then you're Tom, like that song.
Clap, clap.
Yeah, and then I started thinking about, you never hear, oh, he's a sad go unfortunate.
Saddy go.
Sad go miserable.
Like there's, what's the go lucky from? Is it from an old jingle from a horse race, old Lucky? Go Lucky. So
lucky, go.
Go lucky, go.
Yeah.
And you're just a happy-go-lucky type of guy where everything just kind of falls into place. You push record when you're supposed to. Just things that just things kind of work out for you. And here, Trav sitting across from me, just kind of sad, go miserable.
Bullets.
And
go miserable. We always call it.
It's just, and I'm just very curious on where it came from. I don't really have much to say about it, but I'm curious if that's even
well, that's why we're here, man.
Well, thank you, Travis.
Did we're doing. Press record?
Yep.
Okay.
It's recording.
It's recording now. So let's dive into this.
Right.
Just kind of it's easy, it's fun, it's just kind of how things take place in my life, and I just want to know why.
Somebody who just literally sweats the happy-go-lucky lifestyle and embodies it. What is it like in there, in that happy-go-lucky world of yours?
There's a lot of laughter.
How lucky have you been lately?
Lucky, I mean, like I said, I got a burger and a mocha. Like that's
pretty lucky.
Kind of a nice.
Were you like wishing for it, like just sitting
I was like,
thinking?
I was hungry.
Yeah.
And then I made the text to the right person at the right time.
That's not lucky though.
He picked up. He responded.
Sure.
I mean, that's the odds.
Okay.
What are the odds?
Wait, did you?
What are the odds of that?
What are the odds of someone responding?
Of this restaurant would respond.
Did you text the guy that owns a restaurant and just say like, "Hey, you ever feel like making food?"
It was It was.
Hey, how many burgers are you gonna throw away tonight? Why don't you just throw one in my mouth?
Extra fresh burgers.
So yeah, no, it was just one of those days where the sun was out after a nice rainstorm, and I just kind of felt like I was living the
rainbow is
living the dream. Yeah, the rainbow at the mini golf was shining real bright.
Chew on a patty right now.
Yeah,
with a mocha to wash it down.
It was a little brisk. So mocha
today
was real nice.
A warm mocha. Hot
it was
mocha.
hot. Oh, for sure. Yeah, it was more for the warmth. Burger was hot too. Yeah, it was.
Good.
It was a real nice, real nice setup.
My burger with a hot mocha. Good lord, you're really struggling out there.
I mean, Dan, if you were happy-go-lucky, you'd kind of know what that's like. But I don't think you've ever went that route.
Lucky, yeah. I guess not.
Mocha burgers are kind of
like, melancholy go like halvesies. I don't know. I don't really.
So what would you say as a happy-go-lucky person? Is it the same as?
It's just describing a person,
or it could be an animal. That dog's just a happy-go-lucky.
I think a dog could be happy.
He never gets hit. He never gets hit by cars.
Yep, exactly.
He just keeps living. He's still alive.
Out of his mouth. And
he eats food.
Happy. Yeah.
Birds.
Birds.
Yeah, they're pretty.
I'd say most animals are happy-go-lucky till hunting season.
True. Yeah. If you're a deer.
Yeah, deers. They're like bouncing.
They're prancing.
Yeah.
Like ponies.
Like the prancing pony. Okay, so do you have any thoughts on the go lucky? Because you haven't.
Well, I was thinking it was from some either like I don't know, some famous horse race.
Horses again.
Yeah, I mean, go lucky.
Go lucky.
Happy. Lucky cigarettes. There's Lucky's a lot of. I'm just thinking 20s for some reason.
It's a supermarket.
Just it was like a little like a phrase that got popular. Like a.
Hey, you want to be happy? Well, go lucky.
Yeah, like smoke these cigarettes. Lucky cigarettes. Go lucky.
Yeah.
Go lucky.
Sponsored by Lucky Cigarettes.
But you're not as lucky, 40, 50 years down the road. But it's all in the moment. That's kind of the...
They say, your luck's run out.
Happy no lucky.
Happy no lucky.
So yeah, I think of it more as like either maybe even a saying on like a TV show in the 50s, leave it to Beaver. Like it's just a happy-go-lucky little buck. Dick
Van Dyke Show.
Yeah. Mary Poppins.
Good, Trev.
Happy-go-lucky.
It's just the go-lucky. Like if you're just like, he's a happy and lucky person.
I think it implies momentum
Right, the movement.
Forward motion.
Well, go. You can go in reverse.
Do we do any other combos with the go like that? Like he's a sweet go friendly kind of guy.
Yeah. Go.
No. Do we? I mean, we should.
He's happy. Go happy.
He's kind of a curious go weirdy kind of guy.
Yeah, I think it's the go that really is just a
Curious
weird
go weirdo, but means well kind of guy.
So how would you describe Travis? He's kind of an interesting go, awkward kind of.
Interesting go, unlucky kind of guy when it comes to recording.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's the hinge point is that middle.
What's a hinge point?
The middle word.
Something to hang your hat on.
Everything that's kind of hanging in the balance.
Right. It swivels things.
Yeah, the go is what's kind of turning the heads here.
Turning the screws.
Go lucky. Do you think it's even going to be in a book?
Have we decided that it's an idiom? Is it an idiom? Is it just slang or
just a slang?
Expression.
I mean,
expression,
what expression is like flying by the seat of your pants an idiom?
I think that's an idiom.
Yeah, idiom.
Idiom.
I think we're lingering more in the idiot part right now.
Well, yeah, this isn't just idiom. It's idioms for idiots.
For idiots, yeah.
So you got to throw a little bit of idiot in there. Happy go idiot.
4 minus 1 idiot.
Why don't you think we've got time to do seat of your pants while somebody looks up happy go lucky? Kind of as a combo. That's what Tom initially did.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how much time we had to tackle, but
the book.
You want to see it?
Yeah, I do want to see it.
Okay.
Let me see if it's in there.
So, flying by the seat of your pants, that's kind of the same. You're just kind of you're winging it. You're just whatever comes your way.
Like
you're just
seed.
Seat, like you're sitting on the seat.
Thanks, guys. None of these idioms are in my
flying isn't either
books.
Seat of pants.
I'm looking up happy, and as happy as a sand boy.
Oh, well, I also had happy as a clam. We could have.
I had happy as a clam too written on that. That was for week 5 or something.
Oh, way ahead.
Okay.
But happy go lucky. I mean,
maybe we should have pushed no record on this one and then record on the
other one. Yeah,
do you
probably.
Think that could have?
I could probably fix that right now.
Here we go.
You got something?
What do you have?
Have fun. Decoding today's happy-go-lucky seems at first glance easy. Here comes a simple-minded chap. So just kind of referencing back to how we talked about Tom.
Chap, and that's from Charlie Chaplin, right?
No. But Tom was kind of embodying happy-go-lucky. So I just want you to think of this. Just picture Tom.
Curtis.
Just picture that burger with the hot mocha,
happily along on life's journey. Trusting that he'll be lucky.
Whistling Dixie.
And that is, in fact, the current sense of the term. However, but when the phrase first appeared in print in 1670, it meant simply, as luck will have it, whatever happens, or haphazard, not implying either happy disposition or a lucky ending. It didn't get the memo and went on meaning haphazard up until the 19th century on the plea, blah, blah. So basically it meant haphazard, like not lucky for a long time. By the mid 1800s, under the influence of a new, cheerier sense of the word happy, which comes from haphazard, kind of all over the place.
That's where happy came from?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's more actually happy is the part that's interesting. Anyway, that's all I got on that. But
just that alone is educational.
It was good. It's just
I didn't know enlightened,
that. I didn't know. Well, I did feel a little heavier, but I didn't realize that happy was from haphazard.
Yep.
Here's a you look so you're so haphazard today. Yeah, I just feel
so haphazard. What's wrong? Wait,
there you go.
I'm gonna look up seat of your pants though.
Well, it's flying by usually. I don't think you just say he's by the seat of his. Well,
so here's a good description for you for happy-go-lucky.
Okay.
Cheerfully irresponsible.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I could see that. I mean, having a mocha and a burger
Is probably not the most responsible thing to do. But when the sun is out,
But here I am.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So that's not an idiom in any book. Dan, is it come up in a Google search?
That's what he was reading.
What, happy-go-lucky?
No, flying by.
No, it's in here.
Oh, you got it. Okay. So
Okay,
should
but
we try?
fly by the seat of your pants. So it's a 2-for-1
for this? 'Cause
because of the lost episode.
Yeah, we're doing a 2-for-1 special for you guys tonight, due to incompetence on our end. So let's tackle this one.
Fly by the seat of your pants, which is kind of happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
It's kind of
It's
really
how-
without thinking. It's a
Some
little
people-
more
Daredevilish, kind of irresponsible.
thoughtless.
I
cheerfully
picture
responsible.
maybe the Wright brothers,
Oh, okay.
maybe just sitting on a loose seat,
Winging
Just-
a prayer.
winging a prayer.
Yeah.
We're just kind of, we don't know what we're doing, but we're doing it. You know, kind of like us in life, kind of like this episode.
This season so far.
All
We're
three
going to call this the seat pants season.
The pants seat.
pants of the Brotherhood Yah.
That's good.
Third of the traveling seat pantsers.
Seat of your pants.
Okay, so
Use it in a sentence.
So, yeah, he's just what's he doing out there? He's climbing up that tree with a chainsaw like he knows what he's doing. Oh no, he doesn't know what he's doing.
That's very
He's
specific.
just flying by the seat of his pants. So
Okay.
this guy believes he knows what he's doing. People on the ground are like, I don't think he knows what he's doing, and so it's
Do you
kind of
think
in
he
their mind.
knows? Do you think the flying by the seat of his pants guy thinks he knows what he's doing, or is he
I think they
also
have a little bit of confidence that they shouldn't. They're kind of overstepping their own.
irresponsible confidence?
So I ask that you hand in hand just walk with me through this, okay?
Okay.
So flying by the
Listeners,
seat.
Hold your hand out.
If you're by yourself,
Take my
just,
hand.
Just
Take my
grab
hand.
two together.
So flying by the seat of his pants, right?
Yep.
I imagine, and it means it means haphazardly, right?
Right.
It's so.
Boy.
So think about the. Here's what I see.
Okay.
I see a little person held up by maybe a troll or
What do you
some
mean?
bigger being
What do you mean by
But-
a little person? Are we talking just a?
in comparison to the troll, okay, or whatever, a
the
giant.
troll would be the horse, and the person's the pony.
Pony.
Let me
Okay.
finish.
Okay.
So he's picking up the little person by the seat of his pants and just kind of waving him along.
Wait, what's
And the troll is life, is just the the throes of life, and this
Whatever
guy
comes at
is
ya.
just exactly he's just being whisked about by life, just
Sure.
flying, not planned, not thought out, just kind of by the seat of his pants.
Okay.
That is what I see, and I'm
Trevor-
sorry, it is okay.
Okay. So
Can
would
I
it be
ask
like
you-
a lion cub being
And I
held
think
by
it's
the
going to be
nape,
written in there.
by the nape of his neck by his
Ooh.
mother, just kind of getting wrung about? Like, I don't know who's running this show.
I don't
but
think lions had pants back then.
No, I'm saying nape of neck.
Yeah,
It's
back
kind of-
then they do now.
They do.
obviously.
No, they obviously are wearing pants now. But yeah, this is. I'm going back to like
Going,
the
like when animals
70s.
weren't domesticated and had jobs and stuff.
Well, in the animated shows, some of them have pants on
That's
Hey,
true.
Trav,
Everyone but Donald
because
Duck.
they're not live action.
Richard did. He was a lion.
King Richard definitely did.
Okay.
Trav,
Okay. Anyways,
Okay,
so go ahead.
so
I need to ask though. That's not how you view life, right? Like, I know you're picturing that life, like,
just does
no,
whatever it
you
wants
don't
you.
think that's
Like you don't have a say.
That's not your like religious or
That's
philosophical.
not my worldview. No.
Well,
Yeah, life.
kind of
Well,
like
life just does this to me.
Life just picks me up and drops me
life
where
is
it wants
like a
me.
giant grabbing you by the seat of your pants. You never,
You never-
know what you're gonna get flung to.
Okay. Next person.
So are you thinking origin is from like a giant picking up some
When
smaller
the giants
person.
roamed around.
You're thinking like Nephilim.
Yes, exactly.
I think Lorg to him has always been a rather giant figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lorg is grabbing a serf or a peasant.
Well, Lord's lore
Giving him a
is
old Lord
large.
wedgie, they used to call it a lorgy.
Okay. Did you say a lower G? Like a lower K is spelled with a lower
Yes,
lower G.
Please say that's what I said.
Yes,
Okay.
that's the one.
Okay.
So I'm, flying by the seat of your pants. Like if it's a literal, you're actually like in a
They're actually
cockpit.
flying.
Your guys, your co-pilot's shot. This is in wartime. Like, man, I was literally, I'm wounded. I got one arm. My butt's barely in the chair. I'm just flying by what's left of me. Like the basic, just the seat of my pants. Like the lowest part of my being.
Okay.
You're barely you're clenching.
hanging by a thread.
You know that clenching, like when you're on a roller coaster and you're just kind of holding on to the seat with even
with your buttocks.
Yeah, you're clenching like particles of just like, oh my gosh, am I going to get through this? I'm flying by the seat of my pants, and I've maybe even seated in my pants.
So roller coasters were okay.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Dan better have something good.
I'm
the voice of reason.
The word by can mean next to, or right, like
bipedal.
Flying by the seat of my pants, like flying next to the seat of my pants, or flying by the seat of my pants, like because of the seat of my pants.
Oh, I see.
See what I'm doing here?
Yeah,
the English language, man.
Right. So I'm just wondering, like, I'm kind of picturing those cartoons where the all that's left in the plane, in the plane, like he goes up in a rocket or a plane and he's in the seat and everything else kind of disintegrates.
Oh yeah.
Just literally sitting in like a chair. Like
pants, yeah.
That's all that's left.
That's all I'm picturing. I don't really.
Well, seat.
Pants seat.
I mean, you could be flying by.
Suit. That's
pants
a thing.
Suit.
Why would they say like seat? Your pants, your seat in general, is your bottom. Your basic, like, what does that come down to? Like your ass. Like it's a bad decision. Like you're just an idiot up there. You're basically steering by, instead of using your brains and your logic, you're using.
Oh, you're thinking with your
brains.
Not your head.
Yeah. You're not using your head.
Your butt brain.
You're using
butt brain.
You're using your seat. You're flying blind. You're
not thinking.
You're not thinking.
Unthinking.
And but yet somehow
you're a butthead.
But somehow
Headbutt.
But somehow you get through like this crazy scenario, and you're just like, I was just flying by the seat of my pants, and it comes out almost as a heroic thing. But in reality, you were being an idiot.
You had no business being
flying by the seat of his pants. Interesting.
So
I don't
know.
Yeah, I can see the connection where it's like I wasn't even thinking. I was just using instincts in my clenched.
Maybe Ryan can help us out with this one because
butt seat.
Something to do with flight.
Oh yeah.
Ryan, if you're listening,
we need your
help. Have you ever flown by the
seat of your pants? Yeah.
What kind of pants do you wear? What do pilots wear?
Probably slacks. Dockers.
Yeah, pants.
And
seat.
no one ever says seat of your pants. Like you don't. Oh, are you sitting on the seat of your? You just seat of your pants had to have been an era, like when they just started making. Is that just
like long johns? They have like the little buttons on the back, the flap.
Yep.
I'm sitting on the seat of my shorts.
You're wearing shorts right now.
Seat of it was like a new look at he's got the seat of his pants on. It's like. Maybe that was kind of.
Is it like extra padding?
Could be riding on horse. You need that little extra cushion. They put a little, because horses have to come up in every episode, pretty much.
Yeah,
I do.
It's a given.
My pant seats was always sore after riding a horse.
Yeah.
Shall we dip our toes into the origin?
Why don't we dip? How about we dip our seat? Let's dip our seats down in the saddle and see what you come up with.
Sit down and hear.
All right. Read to us, Travis, of a tale.
Read us a story.
Of yesteryear.
Tell me a story.
Origin, plane flight. You're going Wright brothers. Were those the first guys to fly?
I almost thought hot air balloons, but they didn't really have seats. So I was thinking kind of.
Or pants. I don't think any of the early hot air balloon guys.
No, that was kind of the free spirit movement of just early hippie, letting it hang, free love, floating it out there.
67. Okay.
Go.
All right. Do something without planning, deciding on the course of action as you go along.
Willy-nilly.
Very good.
That's a good one too.
In context. Most stock investors don't plan too much. They just fly by the seat of their pants and hope for the best.
Oh, geez.
Related to the expression on the fly by the seat of your pants derives from the world of aviation in the 1930s. Early aircraft had few navigational aids or sophisticated instruments. Flying was predominantly based on the pilot's judgment and feel of the plane. The largest point of contact between the pilot and the plane is the seat. So most of the feedback comes through the seat to the pilot. It was through the seat that the pilot could feel the reactions of the plane.
That's not how Ryan's flying.
And fly it accordingly. The term, which was originally fly by the seat of your trousers, showing it had British origins, came into prominence in relation to Douglas Corrigan's 1938 flight from America to Ireland. In that flight, some of the plane's systems failed, and Corrigan was forced to fly by the seat of his pants.
Wow.
There you have it, ladies and gents.
Wow.
A modern pilot would say, it was no big deal. It was just flying by the use of the complex instrumentation and GPS
coordinates and
other lasers.
And AI.
And they're like, wow, he was really flying by the use of,
on the fly.
Ryan, our cousin who's a Hawaiian airline pilot, if you're listening, I really feel like Hawaiian Airlines would probably be a great sponsor for this episode.
Yeah, they'd love to.
Mm-hmm. Or just maybe just a trip over where we could record over on the sands of Kauai and just
fly by the seat of our pants.
And just so people know, pilots these days do not fly by the seat of their pants.
Most don't, but I
technology
feel like,
and they're not wearing trousers.
The glider guys, I bet, do.
Oh, the glider guys, yeah.
That's true.
It's true.
You guys ever just get in your car and kind of drive by the seat of your pants?
Yeah,
sometimes when my brakes go
I don't rely on my eyes or anything else like that. I just kind of like feel how the road and the tires interact with each other.
Right.
Oop, Penny.
We got to start using that more. Oh, it was just like looking with the eyeballs of my eyes.
Looking with the corneas of my eyes.
The feet of my legs. Just kind of
feeling with the soles of my feet there.
Just doing life by the heart in my body.
That pumps the blood through my veins. We're coming up with idioms left and right.
Yeah. Left and right.
Why do people say that? Oh, wow.
Right and left.
No one ever says right and left.
They don't.
You always start
because
left.
Alphabetical.
Because you read
LR.
left. You read left to right.
Not if you're Arabic.
Really?
Yeah.
They read backwards.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they would say we read backwards.
To our Arabic listeners.
We've been reading.
I would like to apologize personally. None of these
books make sense.
I thought you with the sands and the fort and
the Arabian Nights. I know
exactly.
I was picturing Aladdin type era when that.
Travis, you can't reference.
You can't reference an episode that never took place because you didn't push.
I think we'll just release it, and they'll just be the little dead points of like when Dan is talking.
They'll be like, "Wow, Dan sure talked about that episode."
I wonder what he's saying.
20 minutes of dead air time.
Oh my!
Dead air. What's that mean?
What's that mean? Just silence, apparently.
There's no way to get that back. So this started out as happy-go-lucky and ended by fly by the seat of his pants. I think that's a good natural progression.
Yeah. Yeah, and I hope all of you have a happy-go-lucky week, and we look forward to the next time we gather together through technology where we can see people on screens and just talk about the next idiom that comes our way. If you have any suggestions, send them to us.
We'll post on Instagram.
Really, until you give us suggestions, we're kind of just flying by the seat of our pants.
Correct.
We're just going with what we.
Some of them aren't even idioms; they're expressions.
They're just things we say.
They're just things we hear.
That's a
while
funny
we're eating
word.
A burger and a mocha.
Yeah, exactly.
But
good night, all.
I'll be tickled pink to see what comes in.